Okay, so who doesn't want to move to Blackgate?
I don't want to move.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Aside from you two.
User entered your channel.
Do you really
User
not want to
left
move?
your channel.
Alright, so
Here's the thing. If we move, do you guys plan to actually stay there, or do you guys plan to keep on switching servers?
I don't have a plan.
How long do we need to stay for you?
I'll guarantee you to stay. We'll stay here 7 days.
Yeah.
From Tuesday.
oh,
Absolutely.
At least.
So do you guys
I've-
mind if me and Sicarius stay behind and stick to Yaxpen until you guys figure
PvE
out?
for a bit
Yeah.
until
No, we
we
don't
know
mind at
that
all.
you guys are solid there. Okay.
Yeah, until you
If
guys
all you're
find...
doing is PvE, it doesn't matter what server you're on.
Yeah. Until you guys find a more stable place where you guys actually want to stay there.
And is
Yeah.
the reason for this because you're making friends?
A little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, membership to the guild is through the website. And if you're a Foo on the website, then you can always be part of the guild, and it doesn't matter what server or game you're playing.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I would think that we're going to stay here, but quite honestly, I think that at this point, the next 2 weeks is going to decide whether this game actually has any merit for us or not. Because at some point, it's not going to be about what server you're on. It's just whether or not people are having fun playing the game. Now, granted, Yak's been going back there. That was not at all what we expected it to be. Completely different than what it was when we left. But this right here is also a gamble because this server is going to Tier 1 next week. And that could be pretty nasty. Although I'd still have more fun doing that than run around taking supply camps in an empty zone. Which is about all of us that were doing World vs. World could do on Yaks. Does anybody want to discuss that some more?
I don't care where we go.
I think we'll have a really good idea within the next week as to whether or not we're going to stay here or ditch this game or
Okay.
whatever. I really don't think it's going to take very long. I mean, if we go the next week and nobody's on TeamSpeak every night, except for people logging in to see who's on TeamSpeak, that'll be a pretty clear indicator.
Any idea of upcoming games that you're interested in?
I think it'll be just like it was before we came here. We'll just freaking float around trying different shit. But I don't think there's anything on the horizon that's better than this. And there's a update for World vs. World coming in February, so this is the right place to be, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out here until at least after February.
I plan to stick to Guild Wars for a while.
I don't have any intention of going somewhere else. And it could be that the 5 or 6 people that still play just hang around as a community or join some other guild or whatever, but
My honest take on the server hopping, though, is I think the game is a lot funner in the upper tiers where there's constant, all-the-time battles, and it's even worse on Yaxbin now than it was back a month or two ago.
yeah, it's much worse.
And I'll stay on Blackgate unless they fall down to where Yaxbin's at. You know what I mean?
That would be the determining thing is if something happens to them, like what happened to Hinge and Div Robbie, where you have 2/3 of the server transfer off and it's just dead.
Yeah,
But
I won't ride one
at least
to the
at
bottom.
that point, we know where to go, and that means it's just to go to another server that has a high level of activity.
Okay, well, whatchamacallit, when you guys test it out and see how it is, me and Sirius will probably join you when we finish our stuff in Yaks.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
sounds good.
I mean, Tuesday of next week or so, I would say that we would be very certain as to what we're wanting to do. I don't foresee us going back to Yaks Bend.
No, I understand that.
Circumstance.
I don't plan to stay on Yaxben forever. I want to, when I'm done, I'm done with Sicarius, we're gonna go back to World v. Rowing.
What are you guys doing? That's
Farming gear.
Dungeons,
Fractals.
lots of them.
fractals.
And since he got banned, like, we have to try to gear his character up again. So we're doing lots of dungeons and stuff.
Damn, you guys should move over and let me get in on that.
So you're just gonna sweep
I
and boot him?
every time. Nobody says anything.
Yes, he does ask Guild if they want to do
I
stuff,
have him on
dungeons.
ignore.
I'll do the same thing.
Yeah, I've actually been looking out for that though. I must have just missed it.
Probably because
Yeah,
you're
me
not on a
too.
lot. Cough, cough.
Yeah, that could be it. Hey, I haven't been on in about a week, seriously though.
I was wondering where you've been. Like, I always go stalk you in World v World, and I don't see you on as much as I used to. So.
Yeah, it's not like the game getting old. I've just had a lot going on in my personal life.
Real life, personal life.
Personal.
Yeah, whatever it's called. Well, the info's all out there on the website.
Evidently,
Yeah.
can't keep anything down low.
No, you can't.
Fucking gummy around.
Hey,
I heard about it on
posted it in the
Facebook.
private forums.
I'm just
Let me
joking.
have
I
a
don't
sneak
care.
peek.
I'm friends with Nicole on Facebook.
That's all you have to do is be friends with any female.
Yep. But I should be on a lot more now. And when you guys do come back, I want to do some fractals or dungeons or whatever the hell y'all do in the PvE stuff.
What's it call it? You can Curious, can you explain to him how the dungeon shit works?
Alright, you can actually do dungeons with me cross server. If it's open on your side and it's open on my side, you can actually still do a dungeon with me. But the issue with that on like a COF or a auto run is if it's on one side and not the other, the people that are blocked on the one side can't get in. So it poses some problems there. So that's kind of why, because we're gonna have auto open, and I need to do some auto runs and COF that's gonna be open seldomly, but that one's not so hard to do. But you need like a group of 20 people, so clear out auto
You
sometimes
are
because it's
breaking
just
up. I can
ridiculous.
hardly hear you. Are you lagging?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I could not understand him.
So you can do a dungeon cross server?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a little hard to find people.
The only other thing I really wanted to discuss was I was going to beat everybody up for donating to the guild. But since I made that post, we've got a pretty good bit of donations and a couple of those subscriptions I was talking about.
Do you have enough for the food at FooCon?
No. Not at this point.
I'll have some money by then. I'll help out with it.
Yeah, there's plenty of time before then, and I'll go ahead and start setting a little bit aside. I think based on the number of people that are coming, we're not going to be very far off this time.
And people usually bring a lot of cash.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it this year. I have plans this summer that it's going to be kind of expensive.
What is more important than FooCon?
Plans.
Yeah, plans.
Well, that's unacceptable.
It really is.
So, server Blackgate moves to Tier 1 next week. And Ed and I, maybe Dimitri, are going to attend their server meeting about that here in just a little while. Blackgate uses TeamSpeak now. And so the intent is for all of us to get on that TeamSpeak server while we PvP and primarily use it, but also be on this one for when people want to come chat with us and stuff. So there's a couple of ways to do that. You can run multiple tabs. That's one way to do it. You can also run multiple instances of TeamSpeak. And if you just use the Google, it's very easy to figure out how to do that. The TeamSpeak info for Blackgate is it lotd.org?
That's right. Yeah.
ts3.lotd.org. I'll post it in the channel real quick. There's no password needed.
You will, however, need permissions to speak on it or to move channels.
I can give permissions now, and I think you can move channels without having to have permissions, except you can't move to any of the important channels, naturally.
Nice.
A little bit of TeamSpeak Nazi going on, but I think they're kind of new at trying to run a big TeamSpeak like that. So they'll get it figured out. But that's where everybody's at. and that's where they have the channel commanders set up so that all the different commanders can chat with each other, so on and so forth. So we want to be over there and use that and actually make a good attempt at integrating ourselves into the community better than we did last time. I think that going into tier 1, there's going to be so much activity that we'll just figure out somebody that we can follow around, another guild to work with, whether it's Riot or EA or one of the others, and just piggyback with them. So Friday night, be on so that we can try to get some points in tier 1. I'm interested to see how that goes. Are they going to be what, Scuba?
I just wonder if they're going to be matched up with SOR next week again.
Oh no. SOR is going to
User
be
entered
fighting
your
in
channel.
this bracket with TC and Stormbluff Isle. We'll be matched against Sea of
User
Sorrows and Jade
disconnected
Quarry.
from your channel.
And that's going to be really tough. Jade Quarry's has been the longest in tier 1 out of any server, and Sea of Sorrows has the most wins in tier 1 out of any server, so they're not chumps.
That's going to be fun. I mean, to be competing at the top level, whether we win or lose. And I don't personally expect that we're going to jump in there and win. I don't even know that we'll do well, but the folks on the Blackgate forums seem to think that they know the strategies and are going to do quite well. And I hope that's the case. That would really be awesome. So we'll observe and learn. Kill people. Looks like some folks are getting transferred over. If anybody just can't figure out how to get the TeamSpeak stuff going, make a post. That might motivate me to put a how-to up. Anybody else got anything they want to chat about? This is a good time to do it.